I have learned through the experiences through this class and service learning. I came into this group way after orientation. Or Welcome Week, I guess. I was not part of Welcome Week, so I had certain expectations, I think, coming into the class, and I think we all carry those expectations of like what it's like to work with a group of people you've never met before, and I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that despite that we lost members and then you gained a member, me, um, we all came together really well, really nicely, and we ended up being a pretty solid group. And so I think for me that was just a lesson and a reminder that sometimes stowing our expectations is for the best, and things can work out better than what we expected. As far as service through Ronald McDonald House, that was a pretty fulfilling experience for me. I have some personal experience with having a sick child, so I think it was just a great reminder for me that family comes in many forms, and the community that Ronald McDonald creates leaves a pretty everlasting impression, and I think that that's an awesome thing to see. And it was just it was a great experience for me, and I think it was better than what I had expected.
In the class, I learned what my strengths are. I knew that I had empathy and I like to learn, but I didn't know that these were my strengths. I never considered them my strengths, so now I know these are my strengths. And I also learned how to write annotated bibliography and literature review. I had no clue how to do that before I took GRD class. And working with my group, I learned how to take things easy and how to trust other people. And I learned a lot about myself and about other group members. I learned that people in my group are smart, disciplined, responsible, and very nice. And at Ronald McDonald House, I learned how to be open and accepting of other volunteers and staff members, and they were very accepting and towards me and open towards me, in spite of my accent. And also, generally, overall, going to Ronald McDonald House, it was a very good experience for me. I learned how a place like that operates. I met really nice people there. It was overall a really confidence-boosting experience, and I will have a very good memory from Ronald McDonald House.
Through serving at Ronald McDonald House, I think the primary thing that I've learned is how to serve and how to be a servant in what we're doing. Usually, when I'm a part of a groups, and like a group such as the core group that we're in, I am used to taking charge and making sure that I really want things to get done right. And like I have a specific way I want things to happen, and in order to meet those, I kind of take charge and kind of put myself into a leadership position to make sure that gets done. But this couple semesters at Kuiper, in my group, I've stepped back from that and not really taken charge as much, and just kind of been more of a support position, and there have been other leadership type people that have come in and filled in those roles too. And I think that's something that I've learned, is how to be more of a support role. That's something that I've learned through being part of the core group. And through service, I've learned how to be flexible with times and with work and the work that we're doing. And I've learned how to be a benefit to others, not just to myself. I've learned how to fit into the different roles that they need me to be. The nature of serving there is that there are lots of really small jobs that need you to do, and basically whatever needs to get done, they just assign you to do that. And I'm really good at being flexible and kind of on the fly type of guy, so I think that my strengths in that regard have really played into that. but I've also grown in that way as well. I've become more flexible and just willing to be a servant to those who work there and who need to do more important things than the things that I'm doing.
So the biggest thing I feel like I learned from service learning was that every little thing counts, because the tasks seem like very minute or mundane, but they serve a purpose for allowing them more time to work on other things that would help benefit the families more directly. And I feel like that's where I've served my purpose, and I feel like that's very important. The other thing I learned was that, and this is actually a little funny, was that effort, sometimes if you're just making an effort, people will appreciate it even if you don't do everything how they would want it done. Because last week I was there and they told me that they wanted me to fold laundry, which usually I'm okay with, and I told them that I probably could figure it out because they had like a specific way they wanted to do it. So I went and tried to do it like 3 times, and then I came back up and I was like, okay, I just can't do this. And they're like, that's okay, you were trying, we appreciate it. And then they told me that that's basically what they said. And then as far as like what I've learned from the group, I mean, we've worked pretty well together. It's been chaotic sometimes, but we've always kind of found a way to get things done. We have a very good ability to close, I would say, which I think is more important than, let's say, opening everything on the right foot. We bounce ideas off each other very well. We talk about things very well as a group, and I think that's something that I've learned that's very valuable in the group setting, because before I came to Kuiper, a lot of my group projects, I was the one that did most of the work on them. So I feel like since I've been here, it's been a very great group effort.